This is the bar. Keep
Yeah.
it.
So
Set it.
if
This is it.
you're like here,
Yeah.
this is no bueno.
Like that show is bussin'. No cap.
You sound so cool. Is
Yeah.
this a dating podcast now? Is this what we're doing?
Are you sure that didn't happen in real life? Are you sure that was a dream?
No, I would never spit out a tequila shot.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
She would say, "You." I still can't even say it without making that face.
Oh, we're recording.
You should watch it because I don't want to give you a spoiler or anything. Like, it's so funny though, because they just get themselves into trouble and blame it on this guy.
This
Or
imaginary friend.
Yeah, or they want to like get away from their wives for the weekend and they're like, "Oh no, Ricky Stenicki has cancer again." And then like Ricky Stenicki just shows up one day, and because they have to prove that Ricky Stenicki is real at some point.
Right.
Yeah, it's so funny.
The spoiler would be if he's real or not.
Well, yeah, but then the whole thing evolves. I'm not going to give it away to you, but it was worth a watch, especially because the first scene is hilarious and it's like something that we would have done as kids.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe not you, but like in small town USA, you're always doing like pranks on your neighbors. And, I told you about the trampoline jumping, haven't I?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So where like every Saturday night we would sneak out of the house, and my mom's, I don't think that she still knows about this, but maybe she will now because she listens to this podcast. But we would sneak out of the house and a group of us would just go around to all the houses that we knew that had big trampolines, and we would jump on their big trampolines for like, however long it took them to flip the lights on and come and try and tell us off. And then we'd get off the trampoline and take off running. And we did this for so long until one night this guy was like sitting, it was Chad Martin's dad was sitting, and maybe I shouldn't say his name.
We'll bleep it out.
It was his dad, and he was sitting like they had like one of those like bench swings for like just to relax on, not like a kid swing. And we started jumping, and then he was on the swing. We didn't notice, and he stood up and he's like, "You guys have got to stop doing this. Like, please stop. It's been going on for too long." And we're like, "Okay, sir, very sorry, very sorry." Like, took off running.
Did he scare the hell out of you?
He scared the shit out of us, but we never did it again after that.
Oh, really? Wow.
I mean, we got up to all kinds of like ridiculous things, like.
But that's not harming anyone. That's just like a funny, silly prank.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't like, the time that we threw eggs at the neighbor's garage or like TP'd whoever's house. Like, that is actually, I think about that, I'm like, that is so bad.
The egg thing especially.
Well, and the toilet paper, because if you TP someone's house and it rains the next day, that toilet paper is going to be there for a long time.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think
like, because you
that.
can't like get it out of the trees, right?
True. I don't know what like our generation's obsession was with eggs.
Yeah.
Throwing
like
eggs.
Throwing eggs, eating eggs, like crap. My sister and I went through a phase when we were like 3 and 4, and we would like crack raw eggs and just eat them.
Ew.
It was so gross. Like, I think about it now, and we just like put it in a cup, and I don't know where my parents were. Like, we were living in Kansas, and I think
This is what the kids in the cornfields get up to.
I know. It's
eating
like
raw eggs.
That's probably why we're so strong.
Maybe. Maybe. But no, we always had like the guys would, throw eggs at some poor unsuspecting person on the street, or they would get in the taxis and they would have a carton of eggs and they would just roll down the window and throw eggs at these poor people. And it's just like, that's horrific. You're ruining someone's days. And it was only the guys that did it, obviously.
That is so bad. I never threw eggs at another human or anything. Like, it was always just like somebody's garage or something.
So you were eating the eggs and we were throwing the eggs.
Yes. Okay. Well, when I got older, we would throw them at the neighbor's garage. Like, we would stand on top of my roof when we lived in the town, and then we would because we all played softball, right? So we
Yeah.
could throw really far, and we'd like to
And
take
you had
a
your eggs for breakfast, so you're really strong.
yeah, but also like what didn't my parents notice that like the whole carton of eggs was missing?
I'll
Like we
tell you
didn't
what,
go
not in this economy.
I know, right?
Can't afford to throw eggs anymore.
No way. Eggs are way too expensive. They're
Too
a hot
much.
commodity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also we kind of care about what our kids are doing and where they're at.
Yeah, I mean, but we would, to be fair, we would, my room wasn't next to my parents' room, and we, you know, like we would just sneak out we go
Yeah.
out the window on like the porch roof, and then we would throw them from there. Or if we were
The
gonna,
American dream.
it was, yeah. Or if we were gonna sneak out, we'd just like climb down the bottom. I think I told my mom this one this summer, but there was one time where my friend and I, we were in like 8th grade, probably 13, and we decided to go and walk around town. But I was like, hey, let's wear our pajamas, because if we wear our pajamas and we get caught, then we'll just say that we were out in the yard. And so, of course, my mom caught us and she's like, what were you doing? Were you walking around town? And we're like, no, we're in our pajamas. And she totally believed us. And I'm like,
Genius.
I was such a good liar.
Or your mum
Anyway.
was just really gullible.
Yeah. Well, it's like me. That's how I am. Anything they tell me, I'm like, "Oh,
Oh,
okay."
okay. I
And then
believe you.
come to find out they're lying
Yeah.
about whatever.
I don't think I really snuck out, but we would pretend we were sleeping over at each other's houses. So my friend
And
would
then,
tell, and then we would just be drinking in a park somewhere or at a boyfriend's house.
well, I
I
mean,
know.
that's kind of the same thing. And then when would you return home? Like the next day?
Yeah, the next day. But I remember once my mum wanted to come in and speak to this girl's mum because we had managed to like avoid them talking for so long. And I was like, oh no, she's sick, she can't. And I just like ran in the car it was just like that moment of panic when I'm like, they can never meet and chat because they'll know then that
They'll
we've never
know.
been staying at each other's houses.
Big fat liars.
Big fat
I
liar.
mean, I think that we have to get up to sneaky stuff when we are teenagers, because if you
Yeah.
don't, then it's like otherwise there wouldn't have been any adventure, you know?
Yes. And then now we can enjoy not having adventures and we can just be chill.
Yeah, and go to bed at 9 o'clock and, you know,
Exactly.
yeah,
I'm too
do
tired.
do old lady things like quilt.
Knitting.
Yeah.
Haven't done much knitting lately, actually. I need to get back into it. It's just now that I'm in a tropical climate again, I just don't really have the urge to knit.
No, you have to knit yourself a bikini, Sarah.
I don't think anyone wants to see that. Shall we dive right into Love is Blind, the finale? Who made it to the altar?
Yeah. I mean, were we surprised at this?
So there was the fact that there were only two couples left, AD and Clay and Johnny and Amy. That was quite, I don't think that's ever happened. Normally there's a few more couples, right? Two is
I
quite a
feel
low
like
number.
I feel like this happened. Oh yeah, there are usually at least 3, but I feel
Yeah.
like this happened like in season 3 or 4 or something.
And the fact that it was an hour and a half episode,
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be good. But I really feel like they dragged it out a bit too much.
They dragged it out a bit too much. And actually, I was disappointed to find out that we were only watching one episode and the reunion wasn't immediately after.
I know we have to apologize. That was a false advertising by us, but I really
But
thought they would show both. Now they're
yeah,
dragging
I
it out
was like,
again.
no, I know. It was not ideal. So we have to wait one more week before we can be done with Love is Blind.
Yeah. But yeah, so basically with the reunion, the make it to the altar, I think they dragged out the whole Clay and AD thing a bit much. The whole
Well,
thing with his dad and his mom, and his dad was
I
talking about
know.
himself for like 10 minutes. I was,
Yeah.
what is going on?
Okay, but also like when he got up there and when he said no, I was shocked. Like
Mm.
my mouth went open. Like, what? Because they made it seem like everything was so good. And I was
He
actually
was
genuinely
smiling
shocked.
He was looking like in love with her. He was
I
not
know.
giving away any expressions that he was about to say no.
Yeah.
Because, yeah,
It was like a mic drop for me. I was like, what? No way.
she took it like a champ.
She really did. And when she was like, I just like I don't want to do this right now. Like after when they were talking, she's like, I want you to leave. And
Good
he
for
was
her.
like cool as a cucumber. Like I think he had planned it all along. I don't know if he ever really intended to, but he was sure good at faking it.
Well, yeah, that's also quite scary. I
Yeah.
know. Poor AD.
I wonder oh my god, I cannot wait till the reunion. And there's like nothing online about like
Yes.
are they together? Are they not? But she's the kind of girl that just like gives so much, you know?
Mm,
I think she's one of those that likes to fix things that are broken.
I know. And
And
Clay is definitely a poor broken soul. You know,
yeah,
that whole situation with his dad saying that he used to take him with him when
I
he'd go cheat on
know
his mum. I mean, that you've just messed up that kid for the rest of his life.
for sure.
How
For
sad
sure.
is that? So, you know, there were parts of me where I was sort of feeling sorry for Clay, but then, you know, he really dragged this on, led her on, made her believe, made us all believe. Even though in the back of my mind I was like, he's not going to say yes. I actually felt that way when I was watching it unfold, the episode. But when they got to the altar and he was smiling and telling her how much he loves her, I was just, when he said no, I was just like,
I
the two
felt
things are not computing in my
yeah,
head.
I felt personally victimized. I really was like, what
Have
just
you
happened?
been personally victimized by Clay?
Raise your hand.
Call
Yes.
1-800 kick rocks.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And then when AD was really upset, you know, afterwards, fair enough.
Yes.
And she was like, I just feel like I'm never good enough. And that like broke my heart.
I
You are
know,
good enough,
because
AD.
you
You
are,
are.
girl. You are. Like, don't
Yeah.
let this one wanker, as the English like to say, get you down.
Bloody wanker.
Bloody wanker.
Yeah. I think she
Yeah,
handled it very respectfully. I would have slapped him across the face for sure.
same. I would have been like, you crazy MFer.
Yeah. And then Johnny and
Um,
Amy, there was a part of me that was just like, oh God, please don't say no. Please don't say no. And when
I
he
know, me
said
too.
yes, I was like, phew.
Yeah. Do you think now seeing that clip of the girl walking with him in the airport was Amy or no? Do you think it was Jessica?
No, it was Jessica, but I think they were just filming something and they just happened to be on the same flight. I don't think it was anything
Yeah.
sexual. I
No,
don't
no,
think,
it wouldn't be.
yeah.
I guess they worked out their reproductive issues then.
Oh, when they had the Bachelorette and AD was like, I wouldn't, I
Shh,
wouldn't drive the car,
shh.
wouldn't buy the car without test driving it.
No, same. I
I was laughing
100% would
so hard.
not. No, you got to try before you buy. And if you don't, that's real gutsy.
Try before you buy.
Yep. So, what did you think about the first 10 minutes of that show with Jimmy and Chelsea?
Does my silence say enough?
Silence. Silence.
I'm over them.
Fucking Jimmy.
Why? Why? After the whole
Why?
day they had, after asking her if she's going to say yes and how she's feeling, then he's just like, yeah, cool, cool. Oh, by the way, I don't want to marry you anymore.
Yeah, by the way, I'm not doing that.
These guys are insane.
I know. Like, I think that Jimmy really just wanted more airtime and was just dragging it out as long as he could.
Yeah. Actually,
I
that's
mean,
another thing what I've noticed with the editing and, you know, the production of it all. Why are they always making the girls like go first? Like when they have the wedding and they say I do, why do they ask the women first? Ask the men.
I wonder. Wait, because I don't think it's been like that for all the seasons.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I wonder if they ask them who wants to go first, you know?
Or do they edit
Because,
it? No, they can't edit it. So like, yeah.
yeah, because I remember a couple girls saying no, but then they make, or like the guy goes first and then
Right.
But because I remember at one point, like a couple of seasons ago, the girl was like, no, I'd like it if you went first. And then the guy said yes. And then she said no. So yeah, I wonder.
Okay, so justice for the girls of Love is Blind on this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't wait for the reunion.
This show is just too much of a roller coaster for me.
Man, I couldn't sit still watching the Ultra, especially with Clay and AD. I was just like standing up, oh my God, what's going to happen? What's going to happen?
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was great TV, great entertainment.
Can we also say like more power to Clay's mom for being like, oh, well, I learned a lot from this show and that's on you, buddy.
Was so eloquent when she was talking to her ex-husband, and the way she worded everything and spoke to him, I was so impressed. And I just wish I could be half of that person that she is, because that guy he makes everything about him.
Yeah, and they've been divorced for 20 years. Imagine finding all of this extra stuff out 20 years later. She's probably like, oh God, not another thing.
She's a saint.
Yeah.
A real saint.
She is. Yeah. We love you, Clay's mom.
What's her name? Clay's mom.
I don't know. Clay's mom.
Clay's mom.
We can just call her Clay's mom.
Okay, cool. So we'll find out what's going to happen in the reunion.
Yep. I feel like it's going to be a good one.
I've seen a few things like Jeremy and Sarah Ann were sitting together. They looked like they were a couple, but I don't know. And we've just seen that Jimmy and Chelsea might be back together. The detectives,
no way.
The detectives of Instagram saw that he posted a picture of a meal. She posted a picture of something, and they have the same. They're in the same area, same background. Looks like they're having lunch together.
Maybe they're just friends. Maybe he's going to be that friend that he slept with once.
Well, yeah, he seems to like to stay in touch with his exes. He likes to still be friends with them.
Yeah. Maybe he's going to be the friend, or they're going to be the friends. And then she's going to get introduced to the new girlfriend when that happens. And then he's going to be like, oh yeah, by the way, these are my two friends and I've had sex with both of them.
And they can both be like, yeah, Jimmy never turns down sex.
Yeah, never, ever.
That was a real red flag.
So weird.
No, what were you going to ask me about? You said, I have a word that I want to ask you what it means, what you think it means.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I feel like this is a thing that we can give back to our listeners, is teaching them what new slang words mean that the younger generation are saying.
Okay.
Do you know what a Muffin Walloper is?
A Muffin Walloper. Are you sure this is a Gen Z word, or it's like an old Victorian word?
Sorry, this is not the Gen Z word. Okay. This is the Victorian word, but
that sounds like a Victorian word. Muffin Walloper. Lesbian?
Yeah. No.
Someone that likes to do things to muffins?
No. What? It's somebody who is unmarried, who enjoys gossiping with their friends and eating tea and cakes.
Lesbian.
So. I'm not a lesbian, and I like doing that. Okay.
No, I'm saying it sounds like a polite way of calling someone that liked to.
A lesbian.
Back in the day. Oh, well, that sounds great. Sign me up.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's Muffin Walloper.
We just need to add some champagne to that.
Yes.
It's like tea, champagne, cakes. Yes,
there's also a word like that for someone that likes to stay in bed past the time of getting up. Do you know what I'm talking about, that word?
I love doing that, and it's very rare that I get to, which is sad.
Such a treat.
Because I have children.
It's such a treat to be able to just wake up on your own without an alarm, without someone waking you up. You just wake up on your own time.
Yeah.
That's a luxury.
It's a luxury. The percentage of time in my life that happens now is very slim.
0. Okay, I have a question for you. Do you know what PS stands for?
PS?
Like when you're writing a letter and then you say PS.
Oh, I
Love ya.
did know this. Yeah. P.S. I love you. Isn't it personal script or something? Or it's postscript?
Yes. Well
Oh,
done.
yeah. I'm so smart.
You're so
This is
smart.
the thing. Like, I can remember random stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
how many hearts does an octopus have? Or, like things like that. But, like, what did I eat for breakfast yesterday? Who knows?
Who
No
knows?
clue. I have no idea because I
Yeah.
can't remember anything except random shit.
I feel like I know so much about nothing important.
Yeah, exactly. Like all of the words to the gangster rap songs I listened to when I was a teenager, but
Yeah.
like yeah, but it's amazing. I feel like, I amaze myself at my ability to extract random information.
Yeah,
Oop,
same.
my clothes are falling
Okay, what
off.
about RSVP? Do you know what that stands for?
Oh,
I didn't know this one.
um, ri- um, no, I don't.
Do you want to make a funny guess?
I feel like
RSVP.
it's like response very something personal. Wait, wait.
Yeah.
Response scheduled very private? No, I don't know. Fuck, I have
It
no idea.
means respondez s'il vous plaît.
Oh, French.
Yep, French. I thought it was something like that too, because RSVP, I thought it was like reserve something person.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's
yeah.
respondez s'il vous plaît. So now you guys have learned 3 new things today. You're welcome.
Respondez s'il vous plaît. Wait, I have one more. Do you
Okay.
want to know what, like, when somebody refers to someone as mother now, do you know what that means?
Like they're and like is it kind of like the goat? Like greatest of all time?
Yeah, kind of.
Someone they look up
But
to?
yeah, so it's basically like replacing the word queen. Like they used to say, "Oh, hey queen." So now they're like, "Oh, hey mother," which
Interesting.
makes me feel weird cuz
I
I'd
don't
be like,
know. It's kind of like a massive compliment.
"It is, but like I'm not your mother."
Yeah, that is
Like
kind of weird. It's kind of like daddy.
I guess that maybe it would be different if I didn't have kids.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Mother.
Yeah, so
Oh.
so if somebody is talking about like Lady Gaga, they'll be like, "She is literally mother," or Taylor Swift.
Yeah, it is kind of,
It's
yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
I'll
it's
need to
weird.
think about that, see how I feel
It's
about it.
it's weird.
Do you know what no cap means? This is a Gen Z word. That's what the cool kids are saying.
Oh yeah, doesn't that mean no lying?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
At
bussin',
least no, what's bussin'?
like something's really good, like that show is bussin', no cap.
You sound so cool. Like say it again because
No, I
no, do
I
it.
sound no, I'm like so embarrassed for myself trying to say these words right now. It's not
I
cool at
know.
all.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I do like that they say beige flag though, because for me,
Mm.
beige flag is a good one because
Yeah.
it's like
My husband's
this
beige flag is this.
yeah, like he eats pizza with a fork. I don't know if
Oh
he
yeah, I
does
saw one
that,
when it was like,
but
"This is my husband's beige flag," and he'll like tell Alexa, he's like, "Remind me to heat up my pizza in 10 minutes or something." It was really dumb, but he does it all the time. So
that is so funny.
it's like something kind of annoying, but not concerning, I
It's
think.
not a deal breaker,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Is somebody whose apartment isn't clean a deal breaker?
I was gonna just bring up red flags while
For
we were
you?
talking about beige ones, because you know, you're pretty.
Because, I go on dates, things happen.
Listen, I think if you really like someone, you're willing to overlook certain things. But I also feel like we're at an age where You kind of should have your shit together by now.
I feel like, yeah, okay, so say you're like 38 or 39 and your apartment is just a total mess. It's like you haven't paid someone to come and clean it. Nobody's been cleaning it for you, which is okay if you're on a certain budget. But like if nobody's coming to clean it, I feel like if you're having a girl over, it should be a little bit tidy.
Especially the bathrooms.
Yeah, I know. It's so gross. It
I've
just
been
reminds
plenty
me of
of
like,
men's bathrooms.
oh,
It's
it
just,
reminds me of like growing up and my brother, like when I moved out and would come back, like the first thing that I would do is clean the bathroom. Like it was so gross.
yeah. It reminds me of like going to uni and like, you know, being in like halls and you have all people stay at people's
Oh,
houses and you use the boys' bathroom and it's just covered in like hair.
ew. Yeah,
I
and
don't know.
toothpaste spit in your sink.
Pee everywhere.
Ugh, ugh.
Yeah. I
But for me,
think,
it's like
yeah.
it's a respect thing. Like you
Mm,
don't respect yourself enough to like clean up and make your space like nice, you
yeah.
know? But I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe am I wrong? I don't know. It makes me feel weird.
I think everyone's different. But
Yeah.
for me personally, yeah, I think cleanliness is very important
Yeah.
and having some
Cleanliness is next
pride.
to godliness.
Yes. Having some
Just
pride in
kidding.
yourself and your house is important.
Yeah. Like respect your area and I don't know. Yeah.
So is it a deal breaker or not?
TBD.
TBD.
To be determined.
Okay.
I feel like that wouldn't be the only deal breaker. Like it would be
Yeah.
things, like different lifestyle
Yeah.
choices or, like because we all know this, like when it comes to dating for me, I'm not the kind of person that really wants to like get to know someone by Netflix and chilling. Like I want to go on a walk or like go on a bike ride and like look at all the huge houses in Singapore or
Yeah. Go
like
to the beach and
go,
have a picnic
yeah,
there. Be
yeah,
outdoors.
exactly. Because, if you're going to like Netflix and chill, there's only one thing that's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
And for me, like that, like in the early stages of dating, like
Yeah. No.
even in like the later stages, I'm just like, oh, like this is boring. Can we just like go do something
Yeah.
fun? And it's
You've got to
not
go through
even
that
just like
comfortable
going,
phase. But before then,
yeah,
someone needs to wine you and dine you and
yeah,
69 you.
hello. One done and 69. Yes, please. No, I'm kidding.
So you're
Kidding.
not Netflix and chill.
No, I'm like, let's go for a 10K run and get a coffee. But it's hard to find people that will do that with me.
Yeah.
you know.
But that's a
But
good way to
maybe
weed
that,
out unless you just really like
yeah.
someone, then you're willing to overlook those things.
Yeah. I feel like, but I'm all about like taking care of yourself and, like, because
Yeah.
I take really good care of myself. So
Yeah.
I want my partner as well. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is the bar. Keep
Yeah.
it.
So
Set it. This
if
is it.
you're like here,
Yeah.
this is no bueno. You got to be up here.
Yeah. And you shouldn't have to bring yourself down.
No, and I feel like now I'm old enough to realize that I won't do that anymore,
Yeah.
because maybe I did that when I was younger. Is
Yeah.
this a dating podcast now? Is this what we're doing?
I want more red flags.
Do you have any more red flags? Examples of red flags?
More red flags.
Besides Oculus and almonds, feeding you
Ugh.
almonds on a date, first date. How about when you meet a guy and he's late for a date? Is that a red flag?
So it depends on A, how late, B, if they've notified me that they're going to be late. Because I know things happen. Like
Yeah.
I've, can't get a cab and then I'm 10 minutes late and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like I'm horrified. But if it's a second date and they're late again, then yeah, totally. That
You
is
get
a
one
major
chance to be late for me.
Yeah. Yes.
If you get
yeah.
one chance, and if you're late again and again, it means you don't respect my time.
Yeah.
And why is your time more important than my time? That's how I look at it
Exactly.
when someone's late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how it is with anything in life, like not just dating,
I guess.
Yeah, like if you're late all the time, like I feel like
I
that
can't
drives me
stand it.
bonkers. No, same.
That is a deal breaker for me.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what are more red flags that
Hair sniffing?
oh my God. That have I told you the
No.
story
You need
about the
to
hair
you need to
sniffer?
tell everyone about the
Yeah, I
3
know
red
that
flags date. How many were on this date? How many flags would you
okay,
say floating
so
around?
I think 4. Well, no,
Okay.
3. Definitely 3. Okay. The first one was yes, that he was late. But I said, "You know what? It's okay. Like, it's fine. I've got a book. I'll just sit here and read." And then after he's like, "I'll just be a little while." And then I don't know if any of you know this, but in Singapore, a while can mean 1 minute or it can mean 7 hours. You just
Right.
never know. It can be like the amount of time a while is like a long time. So I said, okay. And then after about 25 minutes, I just messaged him and I was like, hey, like, are you
25.
coming? Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have waited that long, but I was really into the book, so it didn't matter. I was enjoying my coffee. And he's like, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there soon. I'll be there soon. And so 10 minutes later, I stood up to like go and pay my bill and then leave. And then he walks in and I was like, ugh. And he sits down and I'm already annoyed. I'm sure he could tell, but then he starts telling the story about how he was like on this island and I kept trying to interject and have a conversation. He'd be like, no, I'm not. I'm telling the story. Just let me finish the story. So that was red flag number 2, like wouldn't let me talk. And then after 30 minutes, I was like, I have to go because I've been here for an hour. I need to like go. Whenever I need to leave, I just like blame it on the kids. I'm
Yeah.
like, I need to go and like whatever. I have
Kids
to
are
pick up
such a
my
good
kids.
excuse. I love it.
Totally. So he's like, "Oh, let me drive you home." And I was like, "Oh no, like I don't want you to do that." And he's like, "No, I have my car here." And I was like, "No, thank you. I'll take a Grab." But also like
I just met
that's
you.
kind of yeah, that's
This
a
is
red flag
crazy.
for me too cuz so this is number 3. I don't want him to like take me home. I can perfectly fine getting a cab.
Yeah.
And then as he's like, okay, I'll just wait for you to get in the cab. And at this point, um, oh no, we weren't wearing masks, but at this point he like was standing next to me and then I was like, okay, bye. And then he like goes in for a hug. But as he goes in for a hug, he's like takes a big whiff of my hair. And I was like, did you just sniff my hair? And he's like, your hair smells so good. And I was like, that's strange. So yeah, the next day I got in the cab, but the next day I wrote him a message and I just said, hey, look, I didn't feel the connection I was looking for because I always want to be polite,
Yeah.
because that's just how I am. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I could tell that you were kind of irritated when I got there." And I was like, "Well, maybe it's because you were 40 or 35 minutes late." And then he
Yeah.
goes, "Well, I'm sorry, but going on dates in the middle of the day doesn't pay the bills." And I was like, "Wow.
Wow.
Wow." Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, "Okay, sorry I bruised your ego by trying to be polite."
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
not at all.
So he was just one big walking red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should just cut off a lock of your hair and sent it to him in the mail.
Ew. Oh
Something
my
to
God.
remember you by.
Yeah. Gross. Or like taken some hair from the salon's garbage and been like, here you go.
You should just give him a bag of like cut up hair.
Oh,
You
so
like the smell
gross.
of hair? I got plenty.
Here, here you go, you big jerk. Yeah, he was a weirdo. I didn't like it. But I mean, when you're dating, that's what happens, right? Like you encounter so many different types of people, especially like as we get older. I feel like there are just so many different types of
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
People get more and more weird as they get older, I feel like.
I think so, because they like get stuck in their ways
Yeah.
and they're just not growing or
We
doing
also become
anything.
stronger like versions of ourselves, I guess. So when you're younger, you're a little bit more like go with the flow. You can kind of do these things, whereas like this is who I am, this is who this person is, this is who this person is. And
Yeah.
you just have to sort of accept someone for what they're like, but unfortunately, but I feel like there's a lot more weirdos lately.
Oh, really?
I don't know
Is
if
it
it was
because of the
COVID.
Oculus? It's because of the Oculus.
It's because of those frickin', what are they called? Apple eye glasses.
Apple Vision. Or what are they called?
Maybe these people's like weird behaviors are okay online, and then they start to think that that's okay to behave in real life, and there's just no difference between like social cues, all of it.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like really important to just like be kind of normal. Yeah. No. Can you just not be weird? Just don't be weird.
There's a lid
Just
for every
don't
pot, Jessi. There's a lid for every
exactly.
pot.
Maybe
and you
he's found
are a caraway, or you are a, what's that other one? Croc.
caraway, a bird? Yes, it is. That's
caraway
a bird.
Is that really nice dishware.
Oh.
Like it's like non-toxic, pretty colors. Like you're a caraway. And he was a plastic takeaway container. And you guys?
From the Hawker Center.
With like grease still in it.
Yeah. Yeah, the spaghetti that you put spaghetti in and then it stained your Tupperware dish.
Oh, le creuset. Creuset?
Oh, le creuset.
I'm one of them, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Pardon? Producer Phil's got a comment. Didn't quite catch that one. Fragile, apparently. I'm very fragile.
You're very fragile?
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
That's okay.
Some days it's okay to be fragile.
I feel like I'm fragile every day, to be honest. There's something going on with this new moon.
Yeah, there is, because I mean, I cried at Taylor Swift and then I cried like 3 more times this whole week.
Pisces moon, right? That's why.
Yeah, what is going on? Do we know about what's happening right now with the moon? Because it's messing up my emotions.
It's making me have crazy dreams.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I had the weirdest dream about you last night.
Really? I love when people dream about me.
Don't you love it when I dream about you? Because you know it's going to be really weird.
What did I do?
So no, we were at a beach club, and then I was like,
nice.
No, I don't. Yeah, it was great. You were wearing like a crocheted like wrap around yourself.
Maybe I knitted it myself.
See, this is what I mean. This needs to be your new project. But then we went up to the bar, and I was like, no, I'm not drinking. And then you're like, no, you're drinking. And then made me do a tequila shot that I immediately spit out. And then I woke up.
Are you sure that didn't happen in real life? Are you sure that was a dream?
No, I would never spit out a tequila shot.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
That's true.
Even if it was so gross, I wouldn't. I'd just make myself do it.
Okay. That's how we know it was a dream.
Yeah, it was. I've been having really bizarre dreams too.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Had a dream about the guy that I dated in 8th grade. That's
so weird.
It was so weird. I know. I have the most bizarre dreams, and they're really vivid too.
Yeah, and you wake up so tired from your dreams.
Yes.
But I hate when you dream about people and then that person is on your mind all day.
I know.
Like, and then you start thinking about them and you're like, but it was just a dream. And I also feel that way, like if I have a bad dream about my husband and then I'm mad at him for the rest of the day.
I mean,
and he doesn't get it. He's like, it was just a dream. Like, you don't understand. Like, it felt like it happened.
He probably deserved it.
Probably.
Kidding.
No, he definitely did.
I had one time I had a dream. I have tsunami dreams quite a bit. And I had a dream that the kids and I were in this tsunami and we were like scrambling, and then I couldn't find them, but then I found them and I woke up like so agitated that I was being such a cow to them. Like I was being so mean, like just rude and snappy, because I was so upset about what had happened in the dream. And then I had to confess, I was like, I'm really sorry that I am not myself today, but I had a really bad dream about you guys in a tsunami, and they were like,
weren't running away fast enough, and I had to carry you, and you were being so annoying, and you got us killed.
No, everyone survived, but it was just so like, your heart beats so fast in those dreams, and it's like, oh my God.
I know, it feels real. The betrayal feels real.
Yeah, like, but I found them, which was good.
Oh, good. Okay, well, that's kind of weird that you keep having the same.
It's weird.
I don't really have reoccurring dreams. The only one I have, actually, I have two, which is like my biggest fears is I'm in a plane crash.
Oh.
And I get stuck in a lift. Those are the dreams I kind of have occasionally reoccurring.
Interesting. I wonder what this means.
I think I don't know. I don't want to think about it too much. I think it's just my fears. That's what I'm putting it down to.
Yeah, probably.
It's not how I died in a past life.
But have you ever had a dream about a plane crash while you're on a plane?
No. Oh my God.
I definitely have. Like, probably had too much wine and
I'd be freaking out. They'd be like, some crazy lady on the plane popping pills and drinking wine.
I know, exactly. That's probably when I've had it, like had a sleeping pill and drank like a bottle of wine.
That's crazy. But then it's like, did you actually die?
No, because then you wake up and you're like on the plane still. You're like, oh my God, that was weird.
That is really weird. I just saw this post, this guy, he was saying he took some, I guess, like weed gummies, and he fully thought that the plane had taken off and he was in the air, and then he realized he hadn't taken off yet, and he started freaking out. I mean, you shouldn't be doing that stuff on a plane. I'm sorry, like, it's a bad idea. There's no escape.
But those, like, the weed gummies and stuff that they make now are so strong. Like,
are they?
I've done that like a couple times and realized real quickly, like even just after having a little bit, that is not for me, because I get paranoid and I don't like that feeling, and I just feel weird. Like, I don't know how people do that stuff and function normally.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I also can't believe you can just bring them on a plane and like take it through the airport in America, like domestically. That to me just blows my mind.
Yeah, I think if it's legal in the other state, you can do it.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm good. I'll just have my $18 airport wines and
yeah,
that's all I need.
$18 airport wines and a sleeping pill if it's a long haul.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't actually tried that because I've always been with kids.
Yeah, I definitely
travel by myself long haul enough.
Oh no, I do it when I'm with not when I'm with the kids. Oh my God, I do not do that when I'm with the kids. I do it when I'm by myself, but sometimes it just depends on how tired I am and the flight pattern, and
I would definitely do it on that 18-hour flight from bloody San Francisco to Singapore.
Well, it's only 16 and a half hours.
Whatever, that's still so long.
Yeah. I didn't do it last time. I just passed out because I was too tired from all the events that happened. Yeah.
Just raw dogging it. Just raw dog the whole flight.
I know. Just raw dogging it. Just passing out without any help.
Oh, I wish I could do that.
Yeah. So where are you guys going to go soon? Are you going to a beach?
Yeah, we're going to try Hua Hin. And I just looked on Luxury Escapes today. There's actually quite a few hotels available, so we need to make a decision. But it's finding one. It needs to be on the beach. That's my number one must.
Yes.
And if we're going for like 5-6 days, I want it to kind of be kid-friendly. There's a few boutique ones, which are lovely, but I don't want the kids to be bored the whole time and like bothering us. So if there's a hotel which is kid-friendly with other kids, like all you need is a slide in the pool, and that will keep them busy for hours.
Great.
So yeah, if anyone knows any good places and can recommend a kid-friendly,
let us know.
But not like a really kid-friendly. There's a happy medium somewhere.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But I think we're going to try that because that's only a 3-hour drive. And I just want to sit on a beach and do nothing for a week.
Yeah, me too. When is that going to happen for me?
Just come.
Yeah, well, I am in May, but
okay.
we got to wait a few more weeks.
So far away.
I know. I know.
Well, hopefully the weather has calmed down. It's like 45 degrees, 50 degrees here in Bangkok right now, and it's insane.
That's so hot.
It's so hot. So we're just staying in aircon. They have the most unbelievable malls here, though, which have everything you could possibly imagine. There's one near us that has an ice skating rink.
Oh.
Like the cinema, like the indoor play, IKEA.
No, we say IKEA in America.
IKEA?
We say, let's go to IKEA and get some of that nice furniture.
Get a hot dog.
Yeah, and some ice cream.
Ice cream? The ice cream is so good.
It's so good, actually. Yeah.
What are your plans for the rest of the week, Jessica?
Work. Just living my life. I am going to get a foot massage tomorrow because that's what we do here because they're really cheap.
Oh my God, wait, I have to talk about my place I found near me. And I signed up for a package. And
whoa, this is a big deal.
Well, it's also really dangerous because I signed up on Monday and I've gone 5 times.
What?
Yesterday I got a foot massage for an hour and I was like, I just don't want this to end. I'm like, do you guys have space for another hour? They're like, yeah. I was like, this is amazing. And because it's a package, it's basically free money now. It's, girl math.
Yeah, it's pretty much free now.
So I've got free massages.
This is so great.
So great.
Love it.
Love massages.
So how many massages do you get from the package?
Oh my God. So it was like 10,000 baht and then you get 12,000 baht worth of massages, and a foot massage for an hour is 400.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You are going to get so many foot massages.
And at the end, they do the last 5-10 minutes where they do your shoulders and your head afterwards as well.
Nice.
So amazing.
Oh my gosh, I love this for you so much.
Thank you.
This is so great.
Thank you.
Love it. Love it.
I'll bring you when you come visit me. I think that's just what I'm going to do every time we have visitors because my husband's mum was here and his sister, and that's pretty much what we did every day, just go get massages.
Well, if it's super hot outside, like what else are you going to do besides go into a spa and get spa services? Like there's nothing else to do.
Exactly.
Like,
we have no choice.
It's too hot. Yeah, I guess I'll go to the spa now.
I'll go to the spa. All right, so our next episode, we will be discussing the reunion. Yeah.
Hopefully it's as good as I think it's going to be.
I hope someone slaps someone. That's all I can hope for. That's all I want.
Do you think this? No. It's going to be AD slapping Clay if she already hasn't slapped him in
She's too nice.
public.
She's too nice. She's lovely.
Is. You're
She's a bit too classy for that, unfortunately. But
who would be the
Laura.
slapper?
She's a bit fierce. We could hope.
No, Laura, she just says minor inconvenience things like go kick rocks.
I hope you have open-toed shoes and you go kick rocks.
I can't believe that was the best that she could come up with, but it was so good.
It was pretty good. I'd be like, you're a stupid idiot.
Yeah. What is wrong with you, you chode liquor? That's what I would say.
Chode liquor.
Yeah, I'd say something that a 12-year-old boy would say.
When my sister gets so angry, she doesn't know how to swear properly, and she'd always be like, you fucking shit butt face. And she just would mix up the swear words every time. She'd be like, you ass fuck hole shit.
Shit neck. You asshead.
I personally love whole bag bitch or crack horse slag. Those are quite good ones. Feel free to use them. Do you know what
my sister used to say when we were kids, and this was the ultimate. She would say, you cum sucking gutter slut. I still can't even say it without making that face.
Blushing.
That is so bad.
That? I can't believe I've never heard that before.
Her and her friends would call me that all the time.
Wow.
I'm like, well, I'm actually not, but thank you for saying that.
That's a good one.
It's so bad.
That's what they should have said to Sarah Ann.
Yeah. Although, I don't know. Does she deserve that?
Probably not. We're being kind of harsh.
I know. See, that's the thing. Like, even if someone completely wronged me, I'm just like,
it's okay.
I feel bad for your home life. That's what I say.
Well, that's where I went with the whole clay thing. I'm like, this poor guy, he's like had the worst upbringing. His parents have traumatized him. It's not, it's like, why are we so nice?
I know, exactly.
Yeah. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening. If you liked this podcast and this video, please like and subscribe on YouTube. You can also follow us on Instagram and TikTok on I Look Better Tanned. And you can rate us 5 stars on Spotify. Thank you so much. Have a great week.
Please do. Bye.
Peace out.